The Mandela Effect. The Mandela Effect refers to the phenomenon where a large group of people remembers an event, fact, or detail differently from how it actually occurred. This fascinating psychological occurrence often sparks debates among psychologists, memory theorists, and the general public. It derives its name from the late South African revolutionary leader Nelson Mandela. The term was coined by paranormal researcher Fiona Broome in 2010. The Mandela Effect presents an engrossing departure from normal memory errors. Unlike typical memory inaccuracies that affect individuals, this phenomenon permeates large populations. It's as if a multitude of people share a collective delusion, all erroneously recalling the same event or detail with conviction. This bizarre and somewhat eerie experience has been the source of countless debates, research studies, and media discussions. One of the most famous examples of this effect includes the spelling of the children's book series Berenstain Bears. A staggering number of people incorrectly remember the name as Berenstain Bears, despite no record of such a variant ever existing. This discrepancy has led countless individuals to question their recollection and grapple with the idea that their memories might not be as trustworthy as they once thought. Another commonly cited case is the purported existence of a movie titled Shazam, starring comedian Sinbad as a genie. While this film doesn't exist in reality, an alarming number of people swear they've seen it, recalling vivid details about its plot and characters. This false memory has mystified many, leading them to question the authenticity of their own experiences. The Mandela Effect reaches beyond mere novelty or mind-boggling trivia. It challenges of memory and reality. It forces us to consider that our recollections, which we often consider infallible, may be more mutable and subjective than we'd like to believe. This leaves us with unsettling questions about the reliability of memory and reality. Could our minds really fail us on such a large scale? Or is there something else at work? Perhaps an unexplainable glitch in our collective human consciousness? Urban legends and folklore. Urban legends and folklore are a rich source of creepy tales and unsettling stories passed down through generations. This intriguing world of stories offers a unique look into the darker side of the human imagination, a place where the ordinary collides with the extraordinary. Whether it's whispered around a campfire or shared online in the dead of night, these tales have a way of seeping into the collective consciousness, leaving a lasting imprint. Let's delve a bit deeper. Urban legends often have a basis in reality, but they're twisted and exaggerated over time, transforming into something far more eerie. They're the strange happenings that occur in the corner of our eye, the unexplained mysteries that leave a chill running down our spine. Folklore, on the other hand, is steeped in the traditions and culture of a community. The tales are as diverse as the people who tell them. They often carry a moral message or a cautionary tale, serving as a link between the past and the present. Ghosts, fairies, monsters and witches all have a place in these age-old narratives, and they're often used to explain the unexplainable, to make sense of the world around us. These narratives take on many forms, but they all share a common thread. They tap into our deepest fears and anxieties. They play on our fear of the unknown, our fear of the dark, our fear of what lurks just beyond the edge of our vision. They prey on our curiosity, sparking our imagination and leaving us wide-eyed with wonder. They have a way of seeping into our dreams, our nightmares, blurring the line between reality and the fantastic. They're part of our cultural fabric, the stories we tell ourselves to cope with the world around us. They're a means of exploring the inexplicable, a window into the otherworldly. The allure of these tales lies in their ability to stir our very core. They force us to confront the unknown, challenge our beliefs, and question our perceptions. They provide an outlet for our collective fears and fascinations, a space where we can safely explore the things that scare us the most. Whether it's stories of haunted places, supernatural beings, or mysterious occurrences, these tales tap into primal fears and feed our fascination with the unknown. Existential isolation. Existential isolation refers to the profound solitude and seclusion that stems from our awareness of being solitary entities in an immense, apathetic cosmos. This concept is not just an abstract philosophical idea, but a tangible existential crisis that has gripped humans since time immemorial. Through the ages, philosophers, scientists, and thinkers have grappled with this profound isolation, seeking to understand its origins, implications, and ways to navigate it. Despite our best attempts at communication, empathy, and connection, a fundamental barrier separates us from truly comprehending the consciousness of another. Our interactions with others, no matter how intimate or profound, are shrouded in a cloud of inference, guesswork, and assumption. Each individual's sensory perceptions, thoughts, and emotions are confined to their own mind, inaccessible to others. This inherent solitariness of human experience fosters a sense of existential isolation. Moreover, the scale and indifference of the universe compound this feeling. When we consider our minuscule place in the vast panorama, the immensity of the universe can seem overwhelming, even terrifying. This cosmic perspective underscores our existential isolation, emphasizing the fundamental solitude of conscious existence. Yet, existential isolation is not merely a source of despair. It also fosters a sense of wonder, curiosity, and a drive for understanding. It challenges us to confront the deepest questions of existence and prompts us to seek meaning and connection in a cosmos that seems indifferent to our presence. Despite our interconnectedness with each other and with the universe, each person ultimately experiences their own existence subjectively. This individual subjective experience of life and the universe, marked by our consciousness and awareness, gives rise to a unique form of loneliness. A loneliness that is not born out of the absence of others, but from the realization of our own solitary existence in the cosmos. It opens a chasm between self and other, between subjectivity and objectivity, leading to feelings of existential loneliness and alienation. Psychological manipulation techniques, such as gaslighting, coercive control, and brainwashing, are used by individuals or groups to exert control over others. Psychological manipulation is a broad term that encompasses a range of strategies and techniques that are employed to influence, control, or change the behavior, perceptions, or decisions of a person without their informed consent. These techniques often exploit inherent vulnerabilities in individuals. They target their insecurities, fears, and weaknesses, using these as a lever to exert control and power. Commonly, the manipulator adopts a position of authority or trust, subtly altering the victim's reality over time through persistent lies, distorted truths, and selective memory recall. This manipulation is so insidious, meaning it's done slowly and subtly, that victims may not realize they're being manipulated until it's too late. Gaslighting, a form of psychological manipulation, involves the manipulator denying the victim's experiences, causing them to question their own reality. It is akin to brainwashing and works by instilling intense confusion, making the victim doubt their own sanity. Coercive control, another form of psychological manipulation, involves restricting a person's freedom through manipulation, threats, and intimidation. It's a method often used in abusive relationships and involves a strategic pattern of behavior designed to dominate and control the victim. Brainwashing is the most extreme form of psychological manipulation. It involves changing a person's core beliefs and values, often through isolation, threats, and the use of repetitive messages. The subtle, gradual, and often unnoticed intrusion into people's lives by these manipulative techniques leads to the victims losing their sense of self, their capacity to make independent decisions, and their trust in their own perceptions. The insidious nature of psychological manipulation can lead to feelings of confusion, self-doubt, and paranoia, making it a particularly frightening concept. The uncertainty of the future. The future is inherently uncertain, and the fear of the unknown can be deeply unsettling. This uncertainty is often where our anxieties stem from. We, as human beings, desire to know the intricacies of tomorrow, next month, and the coming years. We strive for knowledge that is concrete, for information that is certain, but the future, by its very nature, contradicts that. It's an abstract landscape, a nebulous cloud of possibilities that we can only guess at. The future's uncertainty is not only about the grand scheme of things, but also extends to the minutiae of our everyday lives. Will we wake up on time? Will we get that job promotion? Will our children graduate from college? All these questions, big and small, can create an environment of constant worry and stress. The fear of the unknown can manifest in different forms, from simple worry to more complex forms like anxiety disorders. Moreover, it's our personal lives that are shrouded in uncertainty, but our collective existence as well. We worry about our health, the stability of our relationships, the state of our finances. These personal worries are then amplified by more global concerns. What if there's another recession? How will climate change affect us? What will the political scenario look like in the next decade? These thoughts can often lead to sleepless nights, filled with questions that have no immediate answers. We can find ourselves consumed by the fear of what might be, unable to appreciate what currently exists. We can become focused on the what-ifs of the future, forgetting to live in the present. This preoccupation with uncertainty can inhibit us from reaching our full potential and enjoying the moment. The unpredictability of the future doesn't always have to be negative. After all, uncertainty can also mean endless possibilities, but often it's the negative aspect that gets amplified in our minds, leading to a sense of anxiety and dread. The unpredictability of what lies ahead can instill a sense of anxiety and dread. The future remains a mystery that we all have to face, a story yet to be written. It leaves us with a sense of trepidation, but also hope. For in the end, the future, no matter how uncertain, is still ours to shape.